I've got a list of possible opinions I'd like to bounce off the group. I guess that's a no.
It was a no. It was always a no.
They rejected him everywhere.
Selfie!
Is this gonna be in the yearbook?
Not for you. It was a pretty miserable existence.
Until one day, Russell discovered comfort in what countless lonely boys have turned to throughout history.
Conspiracy theories and anonymous message boards.
Yeah!
Surprisingly, no. Comic books.
He turned to comic books.
Manga.
It's Japanese.
And in them he saw a friendship he wished he could have.
Kiriko Kurosaki would never leave Monkey Baby behind! Never!
One day he was leaving his local library with a new copy of
Gunmetal Moon Sorcerer Hybrid, Volume 9!
When he was stopped by a gang of local street dogs. Suddenly, a previously invisible Russell found himself painfully visible.
Hi. You guys wouldn't be interested in a discussion about Britney Spears, would you?
Hey, Jeff, you see what kind of weird kid we got here?
I see a weird kid, D-Wayne, but I haven't figured out what kind of weird kid he is yet.
He's got one of them China cartoon books in his hand.
Hey kid, can't you read? You'll ever look at 6 China cartoons?
Wayne making fun of someone's illiteracy was peak irony.
The last book either of them cracked open was probably an STD pamphlet in the counselor's office.
Even the poor secretary still had to explain some things.
Russell didn't know how to handle illiterate, possibly diseased bullies.
So he just said,
It's Japanese.
Oh, did you hear that, Jeff? The dweeb just corrected your geometry.
I did, D-Wayne, and I'm about to correct his dumb face.
Before Jeff and Dwayne could pummel a paralyzed Russell, 8 boys came booming across the parking lot.
Hey!
Why don't you two pick on someone your own size?
it was a pretty cliche moment.
Who are you?
Someone George Dennis is gonna love.
Before Jeff and Dwayne could figure out the quip,
Both street dogs were leveled.
And crying for their moms.
Mommy! It happened again! We should probably get out of here.
What the heck was that?
Sorry, when I witness injustice, I just see red.
Are you real?
Yeah, I'm Skelly. Skelly Champion. And hey, is that Gunmetal Moon Sorcerer Hybrid? Volume 9?
Scully Champion was everything Russell was not.
He didn't need a notebook full of pop culture opinions to infiltrate social circles.
But he did have a dark secret.
Did you eat your fetal twin?
I don't think so. No, I like to draw comics.
Huh?
And I'm, good at it.
Huh?
But everyone thinks it's stupid. So I gotta sneak over to this side of town every Tuesday to see the new books.
That's the cringiest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
No, that's really stupid.
Yeah!
Is it?
Yeah. Why would you care what anyone else thinks when it comes to something you love?
This was rich coming from Russell.
But that didn't make it less true.
Russell and Will suddenly found himself in a friendship.
Over the years, the boys became inseparable.
Scully taught Russell how to defend himself.
When in doubt, kick him in the crotch.
Yeah!
How to talk to other people.
Just say, hi, I'm Russ.
Hello, my name is Russell F. Wills, and I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance.
How to dress.
We're going to donate everything that's corduroy.
Not my swish bands.
Yes! They played video games.
Leroy Jenkins!
Tried basketball.
Think fast.
And they started a YouTube channel devoted to comics.
It's finally here, guys. Purple Moon Academy Volume 12, Dark Lord Variant.
I bow down at the feet of Haruto Kiyosaki.
They had plans to create their own series. Russell writing the story. Scully drawing and inking the pages.
One day at college, Russell looked around, saw his apartment full of friends.
Walls full of pictures. And no notebooks full of conversation starters.
He couldn't believe how lucky he was.
And how far from the lonely kid he had been.
Then,
That
woman
walked into the room.
Oh my god, I watch all of your videos with my nephew. I'm literally obsessed. Russell could literally see the moment Scully's soul left his body.
but we were gonna work on the second issue.
Russ, I'm gonna propose tonight, and I'm just gonna have to focus on her for a while. We'll start the comic up eventually. Just give me a year, 2 at most.
Only Russell heard.
Goodbye.
Their friendship didn't end right away.
It was slow, gradual even.
Instead of hanging out,
They texted every day.
instead of texting every day, they texted once a week.
And that turned into a few times a month. And a like on Instagram.
And shared video on TikTok.
And then silence. We wish we could tell you that Russell took the loss of this friendship well and was super mature about it.
But we can't.
Dude was bitter. I cursed them with misery and fever blisters.
In a moment, that would change his life forever.
Russell found out how unmiserable they were.
It was 10 years after Jennifer walked into their door.
Russell hadn't seen Scully since the wedding.
The great calamity.
So he was not prepared when they bumped into each other on the street.
Russ? Oh my god, is that you?
Russell cursed his inability to shapeshift.
Hey, Scully.
God, how long has it been? It must be
8 years, 3 months, and 14 days.
no hours?
Russell stared at Scully.
So how are you? What's been going on?
Not much. Same old, same old.
That bad, huh? Well, you know, I've been thinking about you a lot lately and all the plans we had as kids, and I gotta say, I really miss, like, hanging out. I mean, we should get together sometime.
There comes a point in every awkward reunion where the reunited must decide if their energy was worth the encounter. Russell saw his old friend standing in front of him. He thought about the loneliness of the last 8 years.
And the pure joy of the time before that.
He weighed his options.
And made a choice.
I would like.
Oh my god, Russell, I can't believe we finally found you!
And there she was.
That woman!
That woman.
Sorry.
You should be.
Russell, as the youth say, shows violence.
You know, one of the things I've learned in the last 8 years, how to recognize a pity invite. You may not believe this, but my life has been pretty great without you two in it. And frankly, Scully, I'm starting to wonder why we were ever friends in the first place. In fact, if I could go back in time, I'd just stay home that day.
He grew eerily quiet.
Or, better yet, I'd go back and convince you not to marry that woman!
If you listen closely, you can hear something shifting.
So long, buddy. You two deserve each other.
Russell turned on his heel.
And stalked home.
But his voice traveled,
His intention soared through the sky.
careening into the cosmos.
And fell at the feet of the ladies.
Meanwhile, Russell was having a panic attack.
What have I done? What have I done? What have I done?
So you can't blame him for not noticing the 3 women floating in the middle of his living room.
Hello, Russell.
Ah! What do you want? I have no money. Take the action figures. They're in the safe.
Oh, Russell, we don't want your little figures.
We make all stories.
We don't need your silly little dolls.
Dolls? They're collectibles.
It was at that
on the table, and there was a bang from the other side of the room.
Scully clutched his stomach and slid down the wall.
You shot him, you beast!
It wasn't me. I don't have a gun.
It was me!
Dun dun dun!
Hello. Who are you?
I'm Margaret, Scully's put-upon wife.
Dun dun! Huh?
I did not expect that.
There is one bullet left in this gun. Which one of you is gonna get it?
I would like to point out that technically all I did was fiddle space and time.
You can't even protect your own wife while she's grieving the loss of her very athletic and very rich boyfriend? You disgust me.
Jennifer pulled out her own gun. It was fully loaded.
As was Jennifer, to be honest.
Never loved me. All these years I felt your hate simmering under the surface, your kisses like dead fish and...
Oh, just kill me already.
When hyperbolically asking someone to kill you,
It's best to make sure that the person isn't holding a loaded gun.
There was 2 shots.
A pain in his stomach. And then... Snip.
I died again.
We know!
What Russell needed to do was to get Jennifer out of the equation.
The best way to do that was to make sure neither boy ever met her. Since they met her at college,
He chose to convince Guy to go to a more prestigious school.
The floor shifted.
his skin felt tingly.
And he heard the faint snicker. This way, sir. The president is expecting you.
President?
Russell F. Wills was in the White House.
There was no way he was not going to screw this up.
Vice President!
You have got to be kidding me.
People will vote for anyone nowadays.
Especially if the running mate is a charismatic dimple.
You don't mean.
hurry, Russ, the Russians are doubling down.
Russell found himself in the war room.
A large parade linked to Bob.
An ominous red button glowed in front of them.
I am so sorry, America.
Ruskies, I hear you.
Entering the frame was 2 giant heads with tiny Russian caps.
Do you see what I see, Jeff?
I don't know, D-Wayne. Do you see 2 little Yankee pretty-verts ruining a country?
They're Russian?
Jeff and Dwayne had never recovered from that day in the parking lot.
One thing led to another. And naturally, the two found themselves starting World War III.
I demand to know why you were doing this. Do you hear that, Comrade Jeff? Dollar Tree Chris Evans wants answers.
You want to know why? You want to know why? You kicked us both in our nethers.
There was a general hubbub from the White House staff. They could spin a lot of scandals.
Nether kicking was not one of them.
And I do it again. Get him, Jeff!
Eat our nukes!
Die, Ruskies.
I don't think we need a name call.
A blinding white light filled the war room.
Russell felt his atoms scatter. And then... Snip. The goddesses were eating his ice cream.
Russell, is there a reason you have 14 pints of Ben and Jerry's?
The answer was depression.
Are there any timelines that don't end tragically?
The goddess did some calculations.
Fine.
Tragic. Soon, Russell was going on a crash course of decisions.
His eyes would fly open and he would find...
He and Scully driving off a cliff.
Ah!
He and Scully being attacked by a bear.
Ah!
He and Scully being attacked by 2 bears.
Ah!
He and Scully being attacked by a salute of bears.
Ah!
He and Scully being Jeff and Dwayne.
Ah!
He and Scully as white male podcasters.
We're not saying Helen Keller was a fake.
What we are saying is that she wasn't real.
We're just asking questions.
Annie Sullivan is pretty sus, though.
Really sus.
Oh, I can't do this. I'm tapping out.
Russell flew through hundreds of lives.
And none of them had matched what he wanted. There was always a hitch.
A bump.
A hole in the path. He tried waking up earlier.
Or later.
Chose a different cereal.
Crush a butterfly.
Set one free. Until he was close to giving up.
Then, Russell opened his eyes.
He was in an office building. Awards lined a wall.
A poster of a comic book hung in a frame.
Russell could just make out the author and artist.
We did it.
Yeah. Cosmic Monk is now the property of Jeff Dway Studios. It's all done.
Russell could sense the years pass through his mind.
Long nights of writing and drawing.
Rejection.
Scully, are you happy?
Of course I am.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, I should be, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm missing something. I don't feel like a complete person. I've been sad for a long time, and I don't know why.
Russell took it in.
It was a different kind of death.
The goddesses were waiting for him. Not what you expected?
Not what you wanted.
At least you lived that time.
Yeah, I lived and learned that my existence actually makes people sad. That's fun to know. Of course you knew none of this would work. Guess I'm supposed to be learning some kind of lesson.
The goddesses were silent.
I should just save the universe all the trouble. Here's my choice. I don't go to the library that day. I never meet Scully. Let's make sure I'm the only miserable one.
There was no shifting this time, no tinkling.
The goddesses looked at Scully. He thought he could see sadness and disappointment.
And satisfaction staring back at him.
Very well.
He was in a living room.
In a tux.
And he was happy. The car will be here in 10 minutes, Russ. Don't forget the tickets.
Got him in my pocket.
That was his wife.
The woman who shot him 1,000 timelines ago.
Jennifer and Scott are meeting us there.
You mean Scully?
Who?
Scully, Jennifer's husband.
Enough with the jokes. Jennifer's married to Scott.
What about Scully?
Who is Scully?
He was my...
But he wasn't.
They never met.
Russell had managed his life without his best friend.
Wait a minute. Was Scully the guy who died on campus our senior year? I think I remember that name. Yeah, he was in the art building and then...
Russell felt the goddesses bring him back.
What is she saying? What have you done?
What have we done?
You made choices, Russell.
And people die all the time.
I thought it would be fine.
May we ask you a question?
Why have you tried so desperately to hold on to this friendship? It was hard for Russell to say.
He thought about his life and all the lives he had just seen.
And in everyone, Scully had saved him.
Saved him from bullies, saved him from loneliness.
And,
He saved me from myself.
oh, Russell,
Imagine.
after all this time, thinking you were the only one being saved.
And they showed him in other timelines.
Scully's without Russell in it.
There was no one to protect that day. But there were two bullies to befriend.
And then some bad choices. And worse choices.
I don't want to hear this anymore.
They had no one around to stop them.
There was a fight.
And some charges. And failed grades.
No college.
No Jennifer.
And worst of all,
no one had ever seen the real him.
You taught him to be proud of his talent.
let's not hide who he was.
And without that, he just didn't see the point of it all.
It was a long time before anyone spoke.
Why do good things have to end?
The goddesses looked at each other.
That's a question even we cannot answer.
But the memory of those times,
It's what people hold on to in the end.
I know my choices. I won't have to stay to see if I like it.
Goodbye, Russ.
we'll meet again.
But not for a very long time. The floor shifted in Russell's apartment.
His skin tingled.
And his heart raced. He found himself back on the sidewalk from that afternoon.
Oh my God, Russell! I can't believe we finally found you!
And there she was.
That woman.
Oh, hey, Jennifer, it's really good to see you.
Russell was telling the truth.
Everyone, including Russell, was shocked.
Before you guys go, I just wanted to say something. All those years ago, I was never really fair to you, Jen. I wasn't very confident and pretty selfish, and I blamed you for existing and ruining my life. I realize I was wrong.
Dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry that I was a jerk to you both, and that I let our friendship die. It's my biggest regret.
And I'm sorry I let it happen.
Listen, you need to come to the house and meet the kid. He's dying to meet the man who created Cosmic Monk.
You still draw Cosmic Monk?
You still right?
And the new timeline slid into place.
Only the fates know exactly how the rest of their lives played out.
If they ever had dinner,
Got over the past.
And started a new future.
or if like so many,
They made promises and let them slip.
and
two of them